Grand Theft Auto 4 review here on the Classic Game Center. This is part 2, and as you can see, I am still wreaking havoc in a fire truck in Liberty City. The sun is rising slowly as I hose people down and try to cool them off. Nobody appreciates a good hose down anymore, you know? I don't understand it. I don't see why the cops are getting mad at me. I mean, I'm preventing fires this way, cooling their cars down, and, you know, just making sure everyone's safe and keeping cool and hydrated. You can never be too careful these days. But, of course, the cops, they have to ruin the fun, as usual. So, to continue on with Grand Theft Auto 4, I really didn't get into the multiplayer. I didn't really give it a chance or anything. To be very honest, I didn't even try it. So that's one aspect of the game that multiplayer just never really, you know, peeled my banana, so to speak. Multiplayer in any game, to be honest. So I really wasn't too keen in trying it. I was mostly focused on just, you know, destroying Liberty City in set world that you had in the game proper. And what a world it is. I mean, it's such a great recreation of New York City. I mean, you got some of the best landmarks. One of the best things is actually flying around Liberty City in a helicopter. The controls for that are a little bit difficult to get used to at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's not too bad, and you can actually enjoy the sights really well if you manage to nab a helicopter. And you know, like any other GTA game, once you learn the streets and everything, you can navigate the city fairly quickly. Start to learn all the little back roads and everything, as well as the quote-unquote legal routes everywhere. I mean, the normal laws that govern us in terms of, you know, going the wrong way down a one-way street or running a red light, they don't apply in the world of Grand Theft Auto. The cops don't mind too much about that stuff, or they don't mind speeding. But if you punch somebody, kill someone, then you got a problem with the cops. And as in every Grand Theft Auto game, you have your 1-star levels there on the upper right. It goes from 1 to 6 stars. And, well, the cops are pretty aggressive in this version of the game. On 1 star, they're pretty easy to get away from. You actually have a little indicator on your radar, the search radius that they're looking for you. And at 1 star, all you have to do is pretty much just travel a few blocks and then just wait around, and then the cops will usually leave you alone. But usually when you get upwards of 3 stars and above, it's pretty difficult. That's usually when you get the helicopter chasing after you. You get the special noose agents, and when you get up to 5 stars, you actually get Grand Theft Auto 4's version of the FBI, the FIB, chasing you, and they're pretty ruthless. And Nico wouldn't be taken alive. So, you know, to kind of just summarize my thoughts on Grand Theft Auto 4, it's definitely an excellent game. I originally wasn't expecting too much from it, because whenever I've had high expectations for something, it doesn't matter if it's a movie, a game, whatever, the expectations are usually never met. In this case, Grand Theft Auto 4 met and exceeded every expectation I had. It truly is a game that any mature person can enjoy, and I emphasize mature. this game is not for children, and when I eventually have kids, I would never let them play a game like this. You have lots of violence, lots of bad language. You can go into strip clubs, and the women in the strip clubs wearing absolutely next to nothing. Honestly, they probably have nude models rendered for these particular characters, and the only reason they covered up was because they probably were going to get an AO rating rather than an M. So, you know, this definitely isn't a game for children, and that's the biggest thing. And my one gripe with all the people that say Grand Theft Auto is a murder simulator, a cop killing simulator, those kinds of accusations are really unfounded. Grand Theft Auto is a game that allows people to, you know, have fun in a fantasy world, you know? And Grand Theft Auto 4, as of now, is probably the epitome of what a sandbox-style game is about. You have the freedom to go anywhere, do anything you want. You have lots of different missions. I believe there's about 94 missions in the game in total. So it takes a while to complete. And it just offers so much replay value. There's so many things to do. You can watch TV, you can listen to the radio, you can go online. They actually have internet cafes in Grand Theft Auto 4. You can read the websites. The game just offers so much that, you know, fans of video games can appreciate and enjoy. So, bottom line on Grand Theft Auto 4 is, if you haven't played it, do yourself a favor and play it. You really are going to enjoy it. It's such a great game, and for me, this belongs right up there with the likes of Pac-Man, Asteroids, and Adventure. This is truly one of the best games of all time.